In this video, I'm going to explain about the device configuration and provisioning in Cisco DNA Center. First, let me to explain why we need to this feature, and after that I can show you how we provision our devices, for example, from our inventory in Cisco DNA Center. You know that making device by device manual network change not only is inefficient, but comes with risk. A network operator must connect via console port, SSH or telnet to each device and enter multiple configuration commands or paste generated configuration sections one at a time. You know it. A typical enterprise also has network change window to contend with, which means scheduling operators to perform these changes off hours or during weekends. In some cases, many changes must be pushed to the network, and this change window might not allow enough time for all devices to be configured properly if done manually. I know that you have experienced something like them in your workplace. And also further, it is very easy for a network operator to inadvertently log into the incorrect device before pushing a configuration, or make a typo in a command or entry that might not be discovered until a later network outage. These types of outages can cause disruptions to lines of business and cost companies money and resources in both lost business and also time spent troubleshooting. All right, about the Cisco DNA Center provision tool that I'm going to show you in this video. Cisco DNA Center solves these issues by providing the provision tool for an operator to easily and quickly push configuration change to multiple devices simultaneously. And change can be pushed immediately or even scheduled in advance to take place during a change window. Selection of devices for provisioning change is very easy and flexible. I will show you, and devices can be selected at any level of the network hierarchy by device type or even by using a custom filter or tag. And the provision tool makes change based on settings that are provided in the network settings section of the design tool. We did it. I will show you again. And including standard network parameters or maybe wireless profile. Let me to show you how we can use device configuration and provisioning with the help of this tool, Cisco DNA Center provision tool in Cisco DNA Center. First, we need to log into Cisco DNA Center again, and after that, let me to show you the status of our devices, for example, about the configuration. You know that this is our scenario. Here we have two devices. The first is Cat1 and Cat2. Okay, let me to show you the configuration of the, for example, Cat2 or Cat1, each of them. Here, this is my direct access, my CLI access to Cat2. Here, let me to show you that in the show running config, in the configuration of this device, running config of this device, okay, we don't have any, for example, ISI's configuration, VRF configuration, okay, here, and after that, okay, show running config, please show me the ISIS or Lisp configuration. As you can see, we don't have any Lisp configuration. Or maybe you want to see the configuration of ISIS, okay? As you can see, we don't have ISIS configuration. Or maybe you want to see the VRF configuration. Look at your section VRF. And this is the minimum VRF configuration. And also the next command show run section AAA. Okay, as you can see, we don't have any AAA configuration. All right, actually, we want to provision this device. you know that we should go to the provision menu. In provision menu, you can go to the inventory. Okay. In the inventory, as you have learned in previous video, if you go to your sites, for example, we want to go to the San Jose site 4 that we actually discovered our devices in previous video, SJC04 in the SJC04 floor 1. Now we have these two devices. And also, you know that we configured IP address pool for this actually floor. You remember that we configured in the network setting menu. Look at here, let me to show you, let me to review. In design, if you click design, and in the network setting, we configured many things like IP address pool in here, and also device credential. This is IP address pool for the SJC04 in the San Jose, and then SJC04. Look at here, we have these 4 IP address pool for this floor, and also we configure device credential. We can use them about the CLI, about the SNMP version 2C read and write, and it is possible that we configure other things like wireless configuration and some other things. Okay, now I want to configure the this parameter in the devices we discovered for this floor. Okay, actually we need to provision this device. Because of that, in provision menu and then inventory, now we have these two devices, these two switches. Also here, you know that as you remember, I assigned these two devices to the site, to the actually San Jose 04 and after the floor 1 site. It is possible to provision both devices and also assign them to a site. Look at here, when you click here, you selected the cat 1, okay, this switch for example, and after that we have multiple actions. About the inventory, we have edit device, resync device, reboot device, delete device, some other things. But in provision, look at here, assign device to site. If you didn't assign this device to a site, you can assign it from here. But now we assign this device to the site SJC04 floor 1. Because of that, I want to provision device. What does it mean? I want to configure the parameters that we defined before in this device automatically. This is the tool that we are working with it. Okay, provision device. Click on provision device, and here we have 3 steps. It is obvious that we need to assign a device to a site in the network hierarchy. That we did it here. You can see it. And also select any customized template and variables that you will learn about it in future. But now I'm going to only push the configuration that we did in the network setting, and finally review the summary I will show you. And after that, we need to select whether to push the change immediately or to schedule the push for a later time. This is the first step. Assign site means assign a device to a site in the network hierarchy, and this device assigned before. Let me to click on the next. This is the second step, advanced configuration. We didn't define any template. Because of that, here we don't see any template. And this in step 2, we should select any customized template and variables, but here we don't have it. Okay, and after that, let me to click on the next. And here in summary, you can review the summary of changes that will be pushed. For example, device name, and also other parameters about the NTP server configuration, AAA server, DNS domain names, and so on. All of these features will configure on this device, okay, on cat 1. And then here you can click on deploy. Here, as you can see, we have we should select whether to push the configuration, the change immediately with now, or to schedule the push for a later time. Later, and in which time you want, and also if you want, you can generate configuration. Let me to click on the now. This is the task name, and then apply. Okay, and now we need to wait. Here we see that the task is submitted. View status in tasks. Okay, if you want, you can click on tasks, and here you can see the process. And after some second, in the tasks, we see that this is scheduled to complete it. Okay, we need to wait. Now all of those configuration will push to the cat1. Here, as you can see, the cat1, the device with the host name cat1, is in provisioning state. We need to wait. This is the mechanism for provision of cat1. You know that we have two devices. You can provision cat1 and then cat2, or you can provision all of them in one step. Okay, and again here we can go to the provision and then to the inventory. In the inventory, okay, this is our inventory, and after this is the cat1. Let me to click on cat2 also, because I want to provision also this device cat2, and then inventory or provision, assign device to site. We did it before, and then provision device, same steps, and step 1 assign site, next, and then step 2 advanced configuration, next, and step 3 summary review and deploy, and please deploy it now. Also, if you go to each device, okay, you will see that many configuration now is pushing to those devices. For example, this is for cat1, and after some second will be pushed to the cat2 also. This is the mechanism that we use for provisioning the configuration to our devices. Let me check cat2. Yes, in cat2 also we have similar configuration. We need to wait. After some second, maybe some minutes, we will have those configuration in our devices. Also, we can go to the focus of, for example, inventory provision. Look at here. In provision, you can see the state. Yes, about the device name cat1 and cat2, we have the reachability is reachable, and about the provisioning state, now the state is success, and we can see details. Let me to click on see details, and this is the provisioning actually state. Successfully all configuration pushed to our devices. Okay, as you can see, it is very interesting and very easy. Also, if you want, you can go to the, for example, cat1 or cat2. Here, let me to use show running config section, for example, AAA. As you can see, we have configuration. Okay, this is the result of our provisioning. Also in cat1, we have this information. Let me to use show run, then section Lisp. Okay, we have Lisp configuration, also show run, then section, for example, AAA. All of configuration are available here. And now we can understand how we provision our devices when we have them in the inventory. Until now, we learned about the design menu, network hierarchy, network setting, okay? And also we learned about the tools menu. We used it one time in discovery, okay? And also about the provision, we have knowledge about this menu inventory, and inside the inventory we have used the action of actually here in provision, assign device to site, and also provision devices. In future videos, we will learn about other options that we have in Cisco DNA Center. And here, let me to show you that now we have 2 network devices and 18 sites.